Here goes everybody, because today we'll continue on with a game called Sweetheart, I Love You. Where were we? Here? All of a sudden, a cold stream of liquid running down my neck brings me back to reality. At first I thought it might be sweat, but then I realized that it was actually falling from the sky as big drops. Is that rain? What else could it be? It's hail. I open my eyes wide and take a look around. Nobody's here. Not a single person. Not a single fly while it's raining, of course. Just me, alone. The sky is so gray. No, it's red. It's like WWE's Kane's entrance. Rain is dripping down my face, my jaw, and my neck, and all I have on my face is a look of surprise. And the emptiness. Why am I not feeling happy? Why am I not excited about the rain? What happened to me? Dunno. I look up at the sky for no reason. I hear people usually do that when they're feeling down. Am I feeling down now? Why don't I feel anything? You were just running a while ago. It only stings in the chest. Feels like my ribs are all of a sudden squeezing on their own, crushing my lungs and my heart. You need to go to a doctor for that, don't you think? I think I'm in pain right now. You think? And for some reason I just want to die. Go to a doctor. Okay. As the rain washes over my head, I feel despair filling up my chest. Why? Why am I having these thoughts? Why am I thinking about all this? I've never had a death wish before in my life. I remember my mom saying that it's normal to think about dying sometimes. That everyone comes to that sooner or later. These memories don't calm me down at all. Is it normal for these thoughts to be so persistent now? Why does it feel like if I step onto the road, I can't get up, even if a truck is flying at me with no brakes? Is that the truck driver's problem, not you? Is this normal? Nope. Is everything that's going on normal? Nope. The rain's pouring down my face and dripping on the wet ground. Has it always been so cold? Yep. Has thinking always been this painful? Yep. Has it always been hard to breathe? Sure, for some people with asthma, yes. Or people with breathing problems. For some reason, that weird sadness that's been filling my head day after day seems to feel like a comfortable home to me more and more. The thought that nothing is ever going to get better. Thoughts about my own pointlessness and the pointlessness of everything going on. Always, these thoughts are always in my head. Every time I walk through the streets of this city that I hate with all my heart. Every time I look at the faces of people who don't notice me and who I don't understand. And it's not just about my eyes. It's about nothing. Absolutely nothing makes any sense. And to be honest, I don't want to give anything any meaning either. I hate the air in this disgusting city. I hate the concrete those tall buildings are made out of. What did the buildings ever do to you? They provide shelter. But even if I do manage to get out of here, I'm not going to get rid of that poisonous feeling inside me. Then that's a you problem, not a building problem. Because this feeling is a part of me. No matter how hard you try, you can't run away from yourself. Yeah, okay. People who want to improve and change are just weirdos to me. What? Are you kidding me? That's what people are supposed to do. That's how people grow up. To improve and change. That's what else could be the purpose of our existence? And here I am, a total loser with crappy eyes. Nobody needs me here. And then, when the only person who cared about me finally showed up, I scared them away. Couldn't handle the simplest thing, being normal for just one person. Celestine had never met me before. She never knew me before. This was my chance to start building our relationship from the ground up. But I ruined everything. I won't get any more chances. And if I do, I'll never take them. No matter what I do, it's all going to end up the same. Right. I think it's been a week since I gave Celestine that kiss. Even a week later, I'm still feeling terrible and hating myself. So you never went to college? Even 7 days later, the feeling of self-hatred is still eating me up. I forced myself to stay awake in lectures so I wouldn't wake up with Celestine in the same class. Oh, my back, so... Isn't that a good thing? I wouldn't even be able to look at her in the eyes. The day has been really draining for me. The teacher's droning voice as they read the lecture is like a lullaby. I could really use a nap. Despite my best efforts, my eyes just closed on their own. And we wake up. A familiar voice tickles my ears, like a dream. Such a sweet, pleasant, soft voice, breaking through the endless heart-wrenching groans in my head. Azalea, Azalea, come on, lift your head up. It's just me. Tell me, what happened? I'm right here with you. The words form a magic spell that makes me sit up straight, stretching after it. Then I saw who those words belonged to. It's not her, or it's somebody else. Oh wait, so it is her. Hello. You're looking really tired today. Don't tell me you were up all night again. My heart just stopped beating for a moment. For a moment? Celestine. Celestine? Celestine. I said her name really clear like I never had before. Each letter comes out of my mouth so smoothly, like my life depended on it. Yeah, it's me. It's been ages since we last saw each other. Right, it's been a while. Why am I feeling such a wave of nostalgia all of a sudden? I've been in so much pain all this time. I was totally terrified about seeing her again, about looking into her eyes. But for some reason right now, I'm feeling much better. It's like Celestine took some of my pain and made it go away. Oh God, here we go again. Celestine, about our last get-together. A smile slowly faded from her face. Now she's staring at me, waiting for me to keep talking. I can't mess up. I'm really sorry about what I did. I didn't mean to kiss you like that. I was just feeling so down that I really needed some support. I mean, no one really cares about me but you, so... I go quiet, swallowing hard. My lips part again, ready to keep talking. However, my mind instantly shuts down if Celestine looks at me for even a second. Kiss? Right. I remember that. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I promise I'll never do that again. I swear on my heart. She chuckles softly. Azalea, look at me. Yeah? Why? For some reason, I'm feeling a bit anxious all of a sudden. What does she want? I'm watching her every move. Celestine takes a slow, relaxed step towards me, and I wonder what she's up to. Maybe she wants to give me a hug, like that time we did. Actually, I wouldn't mind that. After all, I've been craving some simple human affection lately. Well, maybe not just simple human affection. Celestine's getting closer and closer. The intimacy between us is getting more intimate. Wait, is she really going to give me a hug? Why? Why is she getting so close to my face? What? All of a sudden, her hot fingers touched my chin, making me flinch in surprise. And then a pair of soft, plush lips land on my cheek and give it a gentle little suck, forming a kiss. What? What is she doing? Celestine's touch is like a drug. It's so intoxicating. It gets so hot because all of the goosebumps that are running down my spine. Right. Before I could say anything, she pulled away. Her lips left my cheek with a soft popping sound. Azalea, silly, sweetheart, I love you. Sweetheart, I love you. Celestine, you're lying, aren't you? Could you say that again? My voice is all wobbly because of the tears building up in my throat. I just want to cry and let out my sadness. I let all my sadness out. There you go. But Celestine stops me, putting her soft hand on my neck. Why does it feel so hot every time Celestine touches me? She runs her thumb across my skin and my breath catches. Has my body always been this sensitive to touch? Or is it all her? Sweetheart, I love you. Oh my gosh, those goosebumps are back again. I have no idea how to react to all of this. It looks like my body's starting to take over. My arms stretch out to her shoulders and wrap around her neck. I press up against her soft, warm chest, feeling the strange, exciting warmth building between us. Not able to hold back anymore, I reach for her face, wanting to kiss her again like we did that time. She does the same. Celestine, sweetheart, I love you too. I love you more than anything else in the world. I want you to be here forever. If you want, I'll destroy everything living and non-living on Earth. Why do we need to get involved in this? Just to have you here with me. I want you and only you. I want to be with you. Our lips lock and my whole body just melts into hers. Are we still in the college classroom though? Like, is there a lecture still going on? Found myself hanging onto Celestine's chest, and only her arms around my waist are keeping me from falling off. We're kissing. We are kissing. She suddenly starts going in for a deeper kiss. Her lips are moving softly, gliding over mine with unbelievable ease. Her tongue grazes mine and sends another wave of shivers down my spine. I've only ever seen it in the movies. I don't ever want this to end. Usually in all TV shows after that, the characters just jump straight to sex. But I'm not sure if we can do that right here in this college classroom. Yeah, it's a fucking classroom, dude. What the hell? And this kiss is full of not so much less as warmth, love, and affection. That's exactly what I wanted. What I've always dreamed of. Right. What's next? For the first time ever, I'm feeling very peaceful when I come home. Although no one's guaranteed me total safety, still, there's a feeling in the air that nobody's going to mess with me now, even if they wanted to. Somebody's being a little bit arrogant. I was marked by Celestine. I belong to her and only her. Nobody else can touch me but her. Yeah, nobody ever touched you in the first place, so but what the hell? This thought doesn't scares me or makes me nervous. It makes me feel good. So you're using Celestine as a trophy? Like, hey, I'm taken, fellas. I am taken. Since there's no one else in the world who really needs me, Celestine is the only person I can turn to if something happens. She is my only friend. The only person who always happy to see me around. Celestine is my idol. My life. I never felt so good to be around someone. Maybe I was wrong about me. Someone still needs me. You're depending your own existence on other people? What the hell? From that day on, I started to feel like my life was finally starting to get better. I couldn't believe it until that awful pain that's been tormenting my soul day after day suddenly started to fade away. What about the pain in your eyes? Are you still gonna go to the doctor or some shit? Nothing? Every time Celestine and I got together, we just talk about random stuff. It was so great to know that I could just say whatever stupid thing came into my head and no one would judge me or make fun of me. All of a sudden, the whole world disappeared from me. It was just me and my friend Celestine. We often ran away from class, which is not a good idea, folks. Hiding in the toilets or empty corners, even though it wasn't really necessary because the college was empty. We often make out, whisper all sorts of sweet nothings in each other's ear, and cuddle for hours. Sometimes there'd be this intense spark between us, and we just stand there, holding each other tight, kissing not like innocent kids, but like adults with tongue and everything. It felt especially good when her lips brushed against my neck. I never thought this place would be so sensitive. In those moments, Celestine was both a rock and a soft place to lean on for me. Every time her hot lips brushed against mine or planted a kiss on my neck, I felt like my knees were going to give out, totally out of my control. But Celestine was always there to hold me, to let me lean on her. My guardian angel. My universe. Next. To keep myself from dying of boredom while sitting on the couch by myself, I decided to read a book. The same book that my family member gave me once. Nothing changes this time. I grabbed the book and opened it to the page where the bent bookmark is. Where I left off last time. Let's see. It was a struggle to not be overwhelmed by fear and longing, trapped in a dark and dreary desert due to the dusty fog that enveloped the entire area. There was not a single plant to be found there, save for some small decaying shrubs. The sky was never clear, and the atmosphere was permeated by a persistent stench of moldy fabrics and death. The being, as the young human girl referred to the voice that occasionally appeared in her mind, was the sole entity that did not serve as a reminder of her impending demise of this big world. In a state of utter desperation, in fear of dying all alone, the little girl created a friend for herself in her mind? Sounds familiar. Interesting. I keep reading. Being, lying prostrate on the ground, the young girl hailed her companion. I want to sleep. At that instant, a faint breeze stirred the child's tousled brown hair, and a sense of innate warmth enveloped her weary frame. I'm here, echoed somewhere. I wish I could fall asleep and never wake up again. I don't want to live anymore. Being. The girl spoke in a voice so faint it was barely audible. Her face was smeared with dirt, her hands covered in blisters from the biting cold and her clothing in tatters. In that moment she shut her eyes, hoping never to open them again. And so it happened. Her form remained unmoving on the frigid earth. Feels like this book was handed to me, knowing that someday I'd be in a deep, dark hole. So that reading this book would make me feel even worse. I might not totally get the message, but for some reason my soul just freezes when I read those intricate lines. It's like my heart's responding to something I can't quite put my finger on yet. I don't think I'm ready to think about that yet. With that thought in mind, I bookmarked the page I was on, closed the book, and put it aside. Oh boy, it's just a figment of our imagination. Recently, I've noticed the days are passing by at an incredible speed. The weeks just fly by. It's like someone's just wasting them. It looks like I'm not going to be able to get anything done at this rate, and not just this year, but for the rest of my life. Ugh. However, today I woke up feeling pretty good. It's like my soul got a fresh start overnight and my mind is ready for the college trials. How wonderful. With a smile that I haven't had on my face in ages, I slip into my old sneakers and head out the door. Right. And then what? What the? The words come out of my mouth before I can stop them. I think there was some kind of surprise waiting for me outside. You mean more pixels? Have my eyes really gotten so much worse? Told you to go to the doctor. I look around again just to make sure it's not that my eyes are still half asleep. The damn pixels are covering up almost everything, making it hard for me to see anything clearly. And then, to my horror, I realize, am I going to go blind very soon? Yep. Who is the one who keeps on saying to go to the doctor? Me, this guy, the one I'm pointing at. Somehow without me knowing how, I ended up at the college building. Guess I managed to get there because my legs had already memorized the route after all that time. A few times along the way, I kept stupidly tripping over little rocks in the ground and nearly smashing my face into the hard, dusty pavement. Luckily, it's all over. All ended well. I awkwardly climbed the stairs, gripping the railing for dear life so I don't fall and hurt myself. I never really thought about how hard life is for blind people before. This is my punishment for not taking them seriously enough. Yep, so I don't feel bad for you. Now I feel all their suffering in my own bones. I only know I've entered the right room when I hear the hum of familiar voices. I'm trying to get the right angle and I keep tilting my head until finally I can see some outlines. A big sigh of relief escapes me as I finally collapse into my squeaky chair after all the agony. Right. Oh, you can't even see their faces anymore. With horror, I realize that I can't see the faces of people I used to hate, no matter how hard I look. The feeling of frustration fills me as I strain my eyes, trying desperately to see their features. Although when you think about it, it's not so bad. I've never really liked seeing their faces, and at least now, they won't be bothering me anymore. Maybe this disease isn't so bad after all. Oh, great. Maybe it's good that I haven't seen the doctor in a while. If losing my sight means finding inner peace, then I'm okay with that. What? Whatever, dude. Now I don't feel bad when I just lay down on my desk and take a break, totally not paying attention to what the teacher is saying. Because no matter how hard I try, I just can't see the teacher's face or read what he's writing on the blackboard. All I can think about is one thing. I'm tired. So I close my eyes and black out the outside world, preparing to step into the wonderful world of dreams. I hope to see Celestine soon. What are you talking about? Now you can't see people's faces? Yeah, but it's no big deal. I'll manage. Azalea, this is very serious. You need to see your doctor. Yeah, I should have done that in the beginning. Her scared look, her worried tone, all this is so genuine. I'm fine. Okay, fine. I'll manage. It's probably just stress. If I take a little break, everything will go back to normal. Dude, every day of your life is a fucking break. Really? My promises are just empty talk. And even though I find her sincerity really appealing, I really want to reassure her so bad. I just want to make her smile again. Maybe there's anything I can do to help. Is there anything I can do for you? Buy medicine or... Celestine. Look into her eyes, the only thing not distorted by all those awful pixels. Sweet, kind, caring. There are no other people like you, that's for sure. You're one of a kind. You're the only person on the entire earth who's like this. Real. And she isn't. She isn't real. I jump out of the creaky chair and into Celestine's arms. Okay. So you'd rather make out than go to the fucking doctor. How many times have you done that? Fucking. She lets a little gasp when I suddenly jump at her and almost knock her over. My arms go tightly around her neck and I reach her face with mine as fast as I can. And then our lips meet again. Her big, soft, and neat lips are pressed tightly against my dry, bitten ones. I feel her relax and her arms wrap around me, pulling me closer to her warm chest in an incredibly tender way. She returns my kiss passionately and fervently. And the way she kissed me back, there you go. It felt like she'd missed me just as much as I'd miss her. Please, Celestine, can you hear my heart pounding? Next, please. After a few minutes, I slowly pull away, but I don't let her out of my arms. We're breathing so hard right now. And the feeling of her breath brushing my face is just so nice. You already helped me. You helped me so much. You just have no idea. I mumble staring right into her eyes. Oh, I thought it said starting. Taking in the intricate shape of her deep, pitch-black pupils. Pitch black? I don't care if I can't see other people's faces. I can still see yours, and that's all that matters to me. This is so dumb. My soft, quiet voice reaches Celestine, and I feel her hand on my shoulder squeeze even harder. You can't just fucking throw away your life for some feeling, Azalea. She whispers. She seems like she wants to say more, but not a single word dares to leave her puffy lips. But just the sound of my name coming from her lips is enough for me. You can't just live on feelings alone. You need to pay the bills. You need to buy groceries. What the fuck can feelings do? I've never felt so happy in my whole life. Thank you. I love you, Celestine. She just squeezes me tight, letting me bury my face in her soft sweater? Oh, soft sweater, and breathe in her sweet scent. Everything is good now. Now everything is going to be okay. Right, sure. Not really. Boy, oh boy. The paper pages rustle softly as I flip through the pages of this weird book. My eyes are running over the lines, trying to make sense of what's written here. I'm going over the text in my head, as if subconsciously trying to memorize it, like it's incredibly important to me. I wish I could fall asleep and never wake up again. I don't want to live anymore, the being. The exhausted girl spoke in a voice so weak it was barely audible. Her face was besmirched with dust. Palms were encrusted with blisters caused by the biting cold, and her clothes were turned tatters. In that instant, she shut her eyes, hoping that she would never open them again. Her form remained inert upon the frigid surface. Oh, my back! God damn it! Don't forget to stretch, boys. Oh my goodness! Ouch! I've been crouching down so much. Hunching down. Her form remained inert upon the frigid surface. Suddenly, an identical silhouette of a child emerged on the horizon. It was clear that the girl's next incarnation had arrived. At this point, the corpse of the deceased child had vanished without a trace, as though it had never existed. Okay. And... oh, you're there again. Celestine. I go quiet, trying to figure out how to word the question I want to ask. There's a book. A very interesting book. Sometimes I read it in my free time, but its idea is really hard for me to grasp. It's like there's no meaning in this book, yet at the same time I feel like there's more to it than just that. Its literary is amazing, right? But no matter how hard I tried, I just couldn't seem to find that meaning. I feel like it's so close, on the very surface, but still, when I try to reach it, it just slips right through my fingers. And what is this book about? Celestine is looking at me with such genuine interest that I can't help but make my heart beat a little faster. I look away, trying to hide my slightly flushed cheeks. The book it's about this little human girl who was stuck in an endless loop of reincarnation. She was forced to keep living in a short life, being reborn over and over, losing all her memories each time. Even when I stop talking, Celeste just keeps staring at me, like she's waiting for me to keep talking. Her gaze on me makes me remember something else. She has a friend. An invisible friend, a voice in her head. He was the only one there for her, even if the face of death's cold embrace. He was the one she could never forget no matter how many times she lost her memory. I finished my spiel and turned to Celestine, waiting for her response. She looks at me and a soft smile spreads across her face. Like she can see right through me. Like she knows all the answers to everything. Like she knows exactly what the book is all about and how now she's waiting for me to get it. Was the voice in the girl's mind her friend? Yeah, in the dull gray world, he was her only friend. Although I doubt that he actually existed. I think our friend is just a figment of her imagination. I think she created him as a way to escape from that gnawing loneliness. Gnawing loneliness, there you go. That had no end in sight. Why can't I pronounce that word? My brow knits together a little, giving a thoughtful look. Celestine let out a little chuckle, getting my attention. I don't think the answer to your question is that complicated. I'm staring at her, totally confused, trying to work out what she's saying. I think if you take it all easier, the answer will come out on its own very soon. You say that the book is about a girl who wanders endlessly in the gray wastelands, forced to be reborn endlessly, for whom the only thing keeping her from going insane from loneliness is this invisible friend she made up. Isn't that the point of this book? A lonely child, an imaginary friend. What a sad story. Did Celestine just dodge the question? Doesn't even someone as smart as her know what the book was all about? But what's the hidden meaning behind what's written there? What do all these lines say? Every story needs to have a reason behind it, right? Celestine just gives me a little chuckle. I doubt any author goes into their work with a clear idea of exactly what they want to say to people who will see their creation in the future. Sometimes even the creator themselves have no clue what the point or message of their creation is. Instead of their mind, they let their soul create. The soul always knows things that its owner doesn't, and that's why what the soul creates looks and sounds exactly like you described it. Okay. The meaning is so close on the very surface, but still, when you try to reach it, it just slips right through your fingers. I'm staring at her, carefully taking in every word she's saying. Feels like new doors are opening up in front of me. Not the creation of a creator, but the creation of their soul. And the meaning. Why even look for it? If you look for meaning in everything, your life will just pass you by without you even noticing. My life will pass by without me noticing. Yeah, it's already happened. Here it is. My biggest fear just slipped out of her lips. So lightly, so effortlessly. While I can't even let that thought cross my mind, I'm afraid to waste my life. You've already done that since the fucking beginning. Are you kidding me? I'm afraid to spend it for nothing. I'm afraid that the way I live now will never change. And how do you think change happens? By first going to you. Change happens first. Change starts from you. God damn it. It seems like Friday. And it's left for the entire lecture again. God damn it. It's nothing. There wasn't anything interesting there anyway. Still got some rest at least. I don't want to open my eyes and see all those pixels again. Right. Celestine's probably waiting for me. Ah, great. So where is she? How strange. This is the first time I've opened my eyes and not seen Celestine standing there in front of me. I look around. The classroom is absolutely empty. Maybe it's still early and she still hasn't shown up yet. Then I just need to wait a bit. My eyes close and I fall right back to sleep unconsciously. Nothing? How can you say such nice things about me when you don't even know me? Well, all I can tell you about you today is that you're really nice and sweet. And you're also really shy. Maybe you should work on boosting your self-confidence a bit. Forgotten fragments of our dialogues pop in my mind. So you can't see the world the way it is? It's not a problem for me, really. I'm so sorry, Azalea. Is there any way I can help? You refuse help. Azalea? Come on, lift your head up. It's just me. Tell me what happened. I'm right here with you. Azalea, Silly sweetheart, I love you. And the meaning? Why even look for it? If you look for meaning in everything, your life will just pass you by without you even noticing. Every phrase, every word she says feels like it's bringing out a part of me that I've buried deep down for a long time. It was the part that supported me. It was the part that was there for me when I was down. It was the part that loved me no matter what. But I buried it without any regrets and refused to accept its help because I thought I wasn't worthy. Oh, hello, motorcycle. After all, how can a sinful being like me even ask for help and salvation? I was destined to burn in the hellish wastelands from the moment I was born. There is no other option. Not for me. Okay. The being. This time no one responded to the little girl's entreaty? How is it pronounced? God damn it, I can't read. My vocabulary is limited. Girl's entreaty? So she let out another cry. Being, I need ya. No one appeared. No one heeded her frantic call. He won't come. The thought flashed through the child's mind. It was not the first time the being had disregarded a girl's plea. Okay. Nothing. Still not. As I wake up, I realize there's still nobody else in the class. And I realize that I have to stop it here because I have to prepare for work. So this is Sweetheart, I Love You. I'm... the sorriness I feel for her is fading away now. So if you want to try the game for yourself, the links are in the description. That is all for today. Stay safe and take care of yourselves.